6:50 a.m. on a Tuesday, bathed in bird song. The moment I wake, turn the dial to the right place.
Hi, happy Friday. Or this weekend, we got quite a bit going on. I'm gonna see how much I feel comfy filming, just because I'm doing a lot of things with some friends. But tonight, our two friends are coming over to help us learn how to play a board game called Mysterium. We're hosting a Halloween party in like a week, and I want to know how to play it properly before having like hosting a party, you know? Tomorrow I'm celebrating my friend's birthday, and she's doing like a little hobby craft day. Again, I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about like asking to film it. I'm still a little embarrassed, you know, I'm still a little shy guy. Benny, they're fake leaves. You can't eat them. Yeah. He has a double coat, so I have to really spray him. I promise I'm not like just evil. Sunday, my little sister has a softball game that we're gonna go to. We currently have an atmospheric river going on right now, and it's supposed to last till Sunday, so that should be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna cancel the game if it's really rainy or what, but yeah. And then I do want to do at least another 10-15 minute video of us just knitting, just because I like it. It's fun. Stick around if you want to. I don't know. Like before, I will let you know in the description when to skip ahead if you don't give a shit about the vlog, which is a-okay. If you want to just skip ahead and knit together, I will let you know. So, okay, let's go ahead and set up the dining area.
Travel on by locomotive, turning of the century. See their fine clothes, soot is turning.
Make good choices.
Satin's black as the night can be. But there's a new line, like a walnut, cold as spring as a mountain spring. Through the forest and over water, Northern Railway beauty sing.
Good morning. Sort of. It's 11:55, so it's pretty late in the day. I'm about to head out to my friend's like birthday craft party. She said it was comfy attire, so I busted out my sweatpants. I'm wearing a beanie because I don't want to wash my hair. And I figured I would show you what I bring. This is like my very decompressed, very like minimal, like knitting essentials that I bring with me, like when I want to knit on the go. One is obviously my stitch counter, definitely for sure my stitch counter. I would not survive without her. My phone, because I use my stitch counter and my phone hand in hand, because I need to get a better stitch counter, but this one, you can't turn it off, and so the big button here gets pressed all the time in my bag, and then I lose count of which row I'm on because I use this to count my rows. I also bring a small crochet hook in case if I drop any stitches. I find it a lot easier to like perform surgery with a crochet hook than with my needles. So again, I don't know how much I'm gonna film of it because I'm embarrassed. But we'll see if I feel confident to film little bits here and there. So yeah, all right, let's go. I'm just now realizing I don't think I have any more of my heavy merino in blue. I thought that I had another one. I just have this. That's like not great. That's not great. Oh no. I'm gonna look around to see if I have more because this is all I have left for the rest of my hood. So I looked everywhere. I don't have any more skeins for my Sophie hood. And I still need at least one more. I'm gonna run out of this and I'm too scared to play chicken with it. So I ordered some more of that from Knitting for Olive. Unfortunately, that won't come for a while. I think my yarn came in for my Frankie sweater. And so at least I can start that while I wait for my other yarn to show up. But anyways, I'm super late, so I gotta get going. Okay, bye. Okay, so a little update. As expected, I ran out of yarn, which is really sad. So we are kind of stuck at this point until I can get more, until my yarn gets delivered, which I don't know. Last time I got stuff from Knitting for Olive, it took a really long time to get here. Granted though, that was during their fundraiser. I'm sure they had like a lot of orders to fill, but this is where we have left off, just like there. So I'm like fairly close. I'm like fairly, you know, I'm almost there. So that sucks that I'm this close to finishing and like I just can't. So yeah, so I had to stop. I still have some more mohair. I did order one more of each skein, which might be overkill. I think I could finish it just off of this skein, but since it's coming all the way from, I think, Denmark, I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. So that sucks for that. But, look what came in the mail. So this is my yarn for my next project. I'm gonna knit the Frankie sweater. This is the 50% wool, 50% cotton. So I got these two colors. This is gonna be my main color and this is gonna be my stripes. It looks really thin to me, and so I am wondering if I'm gonna have to hold double for all of it. We'll see. I gotta do a gauge swatch anyways. It's really soft, which is good because I am really sensitive to wool. Even just this beanie, I'm wearing it right now because my hair looks like absolute garbage. But even this beanie is like, it's too itchy for me. Like it's way too itchy. And people were saying that this specific drop yarn isn't itchy. And it, for the most part, it really doesn't feel bad. It does not feel bad on the skin at all. So yeah, at least I have this while I wait for my Sophie hood yarn to come in. So, all right, I'm going to rip this beanie off my head. So, okay, catch you guys later.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me, floating easy. We got nowhere to be. Got nowhere to be. Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall.
Hello. So I'm gonna be doing the gauge swatch for my next project, which is the Frankie sweater by Petite Knit. I have her right here. I looked up the comparison between what they recommend because they say that they use the Peer Gynt by Sans Garn. I don't know if I'm saying any of that correctly, but I'm still very new to this. I'm still quite the newbie, and so I'm not super familiar with the like yarn weights. They still really confuse me, but supposedly the yarn that they recommend is a DK. I think both of them are DK. I think this one is way lighter than the other, possibly. I don't know. I'm going to do a gauge swatch of just holding it single and see how that goes, because who knows, it could just like, this could be normal. I'm just used to doing a more chunky version. This pattern is going to incorporate a lot of new techniques for me, which is why I picked it. So I don't think that you can really count it as a color work project, but she does recommend to float the colors. So she shows, I don't know if people knows this, but when you, on the Petite Knit website, she has like obviously the description of the pattern, but also too, it says, I think description, and then it says video. She has videos of what she's talking about. Now, I think it's in Norwegian, but you can turn on English subtitles. And for the most part, like, you can kind of tell what she's doing. You know, obviously you can watch what she's doing, but she shows a way to, like, she twists the two colors so you don't have to weave in a bunch of ends. So I'm going to attempt that. This also involves raglan, like a raglan yoke, and also two German short rows. So all three of those are fairly new to me. But I obviously, you know, I was really scared to try the cardigan, and I was able to do it. The video is mainly going to be just me trying to get my gauge swatch started. So if you're looking for a video where someone's knitting fast to motivate you to knit fast, this ain't the one, because I am going to be locked in and very slow, because again, I'm a newbie. But if you're also a newbie and you want to pick up, if you've been putting off your next project because you're scared to start like a gauge swatch or to just start it, now's your chance. So I have my tea. It is a I think it's like it says sweet and spicy peppermint. So I don't know, I think it has like some cinnamon in it. It obviously has some peppermint, but it smells, it's really, really tasty. It is scorching hot right now, so I'm not going to take a drink out of it. And I have my laptop here in case I need to look up any techniques. And I'm going to play soothing music in the back to so I don't get overwhelmed. But yeah. All right. Let's get to it.
I just want to go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. just wanna see the same things you can see. Understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Could be 20 minutes.
So I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I had to do this off camera because I don't know what it is about the camera being on, but it like jinxes my ability to be able to do anything. But look at that. Yeah. And I didn't, so I am floating, I think that's the term. I'm floating the back. This tail here is really irking me, so yeah. But we're getting there. It looks pretty cute. Like, I think this will be a good color combo. But yeah, so let's just keep on keeping on. I just had to like learn how to do the color swap off camera first and then be able to do it. I will say this yarn is really soft. It's really nice. It does split really easily. It's my only complaint. Is that a user error? Most likely. But just something that I noticed. Also, I don't know if I'll have time to include it in this video, but I am planning on blocking my gauge swatch before I actually start my sweater, just because I think that if I'm gonna do the gauge swatch, I might as well do it right. You know, I might as well like actually go the whole, what is the saying, like whole miles? Huh? You get it. But yeah, I think starting is the hardest part. Like, not just like starting, well, like starting isn't just like sitting down and like being brave enough to start this. That definitely is the hardest part. But like skills wise, the hardest part is, what is happening? Here we go. The hardest part is actually like starting, and like the first row is really difficult. Yeah, this is my third attempt, so third time's a charm, I guess. I hope. We'll see. But yeah. If you're working on any sort of project, not to be that YouTuber, but comment below. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know how long you've been knitting or doing whatever hobby that you do, because this isn't a knitting exclusive channel. I used to crochet. I still crochet a little bit. I find that knitting's more my style, but crochet, love. I see a lot of people online talk about like the discord, I guess, between knitting and crochet, which I think is silly. I think fiber arts in general is wonderful and amazing and talented. Like, people who can do it are so talented, regardless if you do it with 2 sticks or 1 hook. I'm just about to, after I'm done with this row, I do another switch and I can show you guys what I learned from Petite Knit's video. Because it's fairly simple. I will say, I don't know if you guys are watching and if you guys also knit. Do you knit in continental or English? Because obviously I knit in English, and I find that it's kind of harder to find tutorials. Like, I have to specifically say English style because most tutorials are in continental, and continental breaks my brain. My friend Kate tried to teach me how to do continental, and it for sure is faster, but it just does not register in my brain at all. And that could just be because muscle memory, because I technically learned how to knit when I was a little kid, but I didn't do it at all as an adult. It's been almost a year since I picked it up as an adult. here she is in all her glory. Overall, I think it looks good. I did mess up on the cast off here, so don't worry about it. But I think it looks really cute, and it's also really soft. Definitely like no itch factor to it, which is really nice. But I think overall, for this being my first time changing color, I think I did a pretty decent job. Like I said, I'm gonna block this off screen, and hopefully I get to gauge. I think that's amazing, but since I'm gonna do this later, I'll tell you guys in the next video if I get to gauge or if I need to redo it. If you watched this video, thank you so much. I know that it was kind of like a mosh-podge of like everything that happened this weekend, but nonetheless, I appreciate you being here. Again, let me know what you guys are knitting in the comments below, or let me know what your project is. If you have experience with the Frankie sweater, let me know how your experience was for that. I know I looked up on TikTok the Frankie sweater, and I just happened to come across a comment saying that there's a typo in the pattern, so I quickly made a note in my Kindle to be like, don't do this part, do it this way. So, but yeah, I think it looks nice. It looks really, yeah, I think that looks cute. That will be a nice like sweater. So, okay. Well, I'll see you guys next weekend. I hope you have a wonderful, lovely week. But yeah. All right, I'll see you guys next week. All right.